Okay, so this is why tall women do not date shorter men. There's only like there's exceptions to every rule, but overall, most tall women refuse to date shorter men, and most of us just don't want to. And I'll tell you why. For a combination of reasons. Number one, females of different species don't prefer males that are smaller than them. This is not unique to tall women. This is not unique to women in general. This is unique to females. Females of different species don't prefer males that are smaller than them, because females do not feel secure with males that are smaller than them. And that's not to say that smaller males can't provide a secure environment. They certainly can, but it comes down to feeling. Females of different species do not feel secure with males that are smaller than them. That is how nature designed females. So that's like the number one biggest reason, right? So by extension, a lot of women of every height are just simply not attracted to men that are shorter than them. Women of every height are like this. The few women who are attracted to men that are shorter than them, they're the exception to the rule. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that when you are a woman and you are 6 feet or taller, when it comes to men who are 5'9" or shorter, our height brings out this other side of them that I'm not sure the rest of you are aware of. And it is a really dark side. This other side of them, well, there's two other sides to them. One is overly hostile, unprovoked. And then the other side is very like desperate, creepy, stalkerish, weirdo-ish. That's what the other side of them is like. And so where do those two sides come from? They make believe that we are competing with them, or they make believe that we desire them and we like when they fetishize us. Like they make believe. They tend to imagine things about us and will resent us and even get aggressive with us over things that they imagined. And why do they lie to them? Why do they tell themselves that we like when they fetishize us and act like a weirdo towards us? Why do they tell themselves that we're competing with them? Why do they tell themselves this lie when it's always them approaching us? It's never us approaching them. They always come to us. They always come to us. Why do they tell themselves that? Because they wish we were interested in them. That's why they make up stories about tall women. A lot of men who are 5'9" and shorter, quite a few of them love making up these delusional stories about tall women. And it's kind of upsetting because when other people hear these stories, most people just play along with them instead of correcting them. They always make up these stories about us. They make up these ridiculous stories. But the bottom line is that they either, like when they do show interest in tall women, they're either fetishizing us or they're competing with us. We don't fetishize them. We don't compete with them because tall women, for the most part, are just simply not interested in smaller men. Women of every height are just not interested in men that are smaller than them. So all the attention that they show us barely, like it almost never gets reciprocated. And that includes a lot of the hostile attention that they show us. Again, it's always them coming to us. It's never us approaching them. When you go out of your way to be close to someone, you're showing that. When you go out of your way to be hostile towards someone, you're showing them attention. You're showing interest in them. Tall women, at least women who are 6 feet and taller, we don't go out of our way to get aggressive with shorter men because most of us are not interested in them. And they admit this. They complain about it all the time on Reddit. Every time I approach tall women, they give me attitude and they act like I have leprosy. Exactly. That's proof that it's not us approaching them. They say this all the time on different social media platforms. It's not us approaching them. It's not us seeking them. It's always them coming to us. Even when they get aggressive with us, it's always them seeking us. It never happens the other way around. It's like they do that, and they do all this weird stalkerish crap towards us. Like they'll walk over to us and stand inappropriately close to us and just stand there staring at us with pure hatred on their faces. While standing super close to us, they plant themselves right next to us and don't move from that spot. Like they want us to acknowledge them and show interest in them while simultaneously resenting us. And like tall men bully short men all the time. Short men take it out on tall men's tall daughters. They never stand up to tall men. Average height women and short women go out of their way to get aggressive with shorter men. Shorter as in 5'9" and down. And they don't say anything back to them. Instead, they go crying on Reddit saying, I should have said this. I should have said that. I should have did this. I should have did that. I almost did this. I almost did that. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they say when short women and average height women say something rude about their height, like right to their face. They don't say anything back to them. But then a tall woman who's walking down the street or just standing in the same room as them, just minding her business, the little angry men will walk over to us and stare at us with pure hatred on their face. Sometimes they walk over to me and stare at me like this. Or like this. Or like they'll just stare at me like this. And just be You just be like glaring at me out the corner of the eye, but you're still showing me attention. You're still showing interest in me, and it's not being reciprocated. So anyways, that's what it comes down to. They often make believe that tall women are competing with them, or they make believe that we desire them. There might be some tall women that date them, but a tall woman that's not interested in them, they love telling themselves that we want their attention when they can't name anything that we said or did that shows that we do. They just make up these stories about us. And honestly, little man syndrome is a real phenomenon, and it is a specific kind of narcissism. So that needs, I think, maybe sociologists and psychologists should explore that a little bit further. That doesn't mean it's okay for people to always make fun of the shorter men's heights. I'm just telling you, this is why tall women don't like dealing with them. Because they switch into two modes when they see a woman who's 6 feet or taller. Stalker mode or aggressive mode. It's always unprovoked. It's always them coming to us. It's never us coming to them. Because why would we go to them first when everybody looks short next to us? So how are we going to single one of you out? You're all a part of the crowd. So that's why tall women don't date short men. And that's the reason why. Leave your thoughts below.